Hi guys, I'm Charlie from Raw 1251 AM. I'm joined on the line by Tim Wheeler from Ash. Tim, how you doing?
I'm really well, thanks. Yeah, good to be here.
Thank you very much. Thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, pleasure.
So your new record Islands is out in a couple of weeks, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, May 18th.
Excellent. I'm very much
Or
looking
18th
forward
of
to it.
May. I can't wait to.
So just tell me a little bit about the record, kind of how it came to be.
I guess the writing kind of started at the end of our last tour, which ended in Japan. So I took a week extra in Japan because we probably played in Japan 22 times over the years. So, like, we've gone there a lot. And I'd just never taken any time to see any more of it. So there's a couple of islands, Japanese islands, I really wanted to see. So I traveled there alone for like a week by myself. And then a few months later, I decided to go to see this place, Dea, in Mallorca, which is like a place I've always wanted to go because the poet Robert Graves lived there, and Kevin Ayers lived there in the 70s, and also Fionn Reagan made a great album like written there. So I was like, this sounds like an amazing place. So I traveled there. That was the second island. And then I went to Santorini, and then off Greece, and then I went to Lambay Island, which is just off the coast of Dublin, like 8 miles off Dublin, and I went there for like 10 days. So I kept doing these writing trips to islands, and then our studio is in Manhattan in New York, so we were recording there as well. So it just seemed like islands connected the whole thing.
That's lovely. Obviously, that explains the name Islands. I just realised that now.
Yeah, there it is.
I've heard you say that before in interviews, and I've just realised now why it's called Islands. I'm so slow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I guess it sounds like a kind of pretty title, but there actually is something behind it.
That's lovely. So you self-produced it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Was there any particular reason why?
Just been doing that actually pretty much since Twilight of the Innocents, which was our album in 2007. We've been self-producing, and sometimes with the help of Claudius Mittendorfer, who we share a studio with. But
he's an excellent mixer. The stuff he mixes is really good.
Yeah, he's done a lot of great stuff. Yeah, including Weezer, of course, and Temples, and Johnny Marr. A lot of good stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Just we kind of learned how to do it. You know, we worked with a lot of great producers early on, so got all their tricks.
Okay, that's cool. Obviously, you must have learned a lot from the likes of Owen Morris, who's a wonderful producer. So what kind of feel were you going for then, self-producing? Were you looking to experiment a little bit? I mean, the two singles you've released are, I'd say, very classic Ash, very kind of instant power poppy stuff. Were you looking to, is the rest of the record more expansive, or is it in that
definitely,
kind of...
Yeah. The rest of it's quite different stylistically. Yeah. There is definitely some other good guitar-y stuff, but there is, other keyboard layers, and I definitely wanted to stick to things that would kind of sound good live, not go too far from like this three-piece rock thing. But yeah, there's some songs that are kind of, this one's kind of got this like folk, what do you call it, like folk blues intro, and then it becomes like a stomping funk rock kind of song.
Oh wow, I know.
I was really like, towards the end, right to the very last day of recording, I was like, oh my god, like, will people be able to handle this? Is this releasable? But actually, I've been getting a great response, so that was one of the ones where we're kind of taking a bit of a chance.
I'm looking forward to hearing that one. I mean, personally, I don't know about other people, but I've always really loved the more experimental Ash. My favourite record, somewhat controversially, is the A to Z stuff.
Oh, brilliant.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, then, there's definitely a couple of tracks on this that will appeal to that. There's one called Confessions in the Pool, which definitely kind of comes from our A to Z style of production.
Yeah, I've got to admit, I don't want to fanboy out too much, but I was watching your track-by-track listing thing this morning, and I had that little clip on repeat over and over again because it sounded really cool.
Oh, wicked. Awesome, yeah. Was that Confessions in the Pool?
That was the one, yeah.
Oh, deadly.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that one.
Oh, nice one.
Am I right in thinking you already have another album after this one in the works?
Yeah, we've kind of got most of the songs for it. We just haven't got very far with recording. We've kind of got like drums down and some bass, but I think this year's going to get quite busy. So if I can get it done by the end of the year, that'll be pretty good. But yeah, fingers crossed, and that mean we'll have something out by maybe before the summer next year or September, October. So yeah, there's feeling productive anyway.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm really excited. I remember I think Mark said something about it being quite different from a lot of your previous stuff. Is that the way it's going?
Yeah, it's definitely less concerned with being done live, maybe, or I don't know. Yeah, this next one is just a bit out there. I had a bunch of like songs that were just all over the kind of place, and we're quite excited about them as songs. So hopefully they'll turn out cool.
I hope so too. I'm very excited. I've said that a lot, and I appreciate it and apologise, but I'm genuinely very excited. I'm a big fan. This is a big deal for me.
Awesome.
Much as like I'm a big fan of you, I'm also, as you are, a big fan of Weezer. And I'm sure everybody who knows will be rolling their eyes now, because that's what I'm known for, unfortunately. I saw you guys open for Weezer at Wembley a couple of months ago, and it was wonderful. I was very impressed.
It was a good night.
It was a great night. It was wonderful. To be honest, I think I'm not just saying this because you're on the phone, but I think I preferred your set to the Weezer set a little bit.
Nice. Okay, cool.
I'm not just saying
I'll take it.
But I love your Only in Dreams cover as well, by the way. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to ask for a Weezer album ranking, because Weezer fans love to rank albums, and I need to ask. I'm so sorry.
Well, my Weezer album ranking won't be very controversial, because I think we'll start with Pinkerton, and then the Blue album.
Yeah, good.
And then I guess it's maybe the Green album or the White album. I thought the White album was actually really great, and that was mixed in our studio as well, so that's an extra bonus points.
I'm so glad you love White. White's wonderful. I love it so much.
Yeah, it's great. We toured from on the Pinkerton tour, and that was quite an interesting time, because they weren't really. Yeah, their audience was like half what it had been on the Blue album. It's quite mad. They didn't even have a lighting engineer, so our bass player Mark was doing their lights every night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Wow.
And that's and they weren't playing Only in Dreams, which we were kind of disgusted by. So that's why we started doing a cover of it, because they dropped it from their set for a few years.
Which is madness. That song has to be played. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's so good. I love your cover, by the way. It's so good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I love playing it.
Speaking of that, you're going on tour soon. In October, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Are you gonna be playing Only in Dreams?
I don't think so, because it's quite a long. It's like 8 minutes or something like that.
It is quite long.
So yeah.
I expected that. I was being optimistic. I apologise. I'm being a fanboy.
Oh no! Sometimes maybe if like Russell from Block Party was around and we could get him up to do some guitar with us, maybe then it would happen.
Is there any chance of Russell coming back to make it a full piece again?
I don't think so, because he's got a project of his own on at the moment, so I don't think he'd be able to. But maybe he could tour with us or something. I don't know. We'll see.
It would be cool. Are you still, speaking of extra guitarist, are you still in touch with Charlotte Hafferly?
Yeah. We're still good mates.
That's good to hear. Yeah. I don't like any nasty breakups.
No, it's all good. She's doing some really cool stuff with European Space Agency at the minute.
I saw that on her Instagram.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, I'm looking for. I don't know what it is, but I really need to check it out. What a kind of lots of synths and stuff, which looks really cool.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Obviously, outside of Ash, you've done a solo record, Lost Domain. Which I really enjoyed. Is that something you'd look at doing in the future again, or are you totally committed to Ash at the moment?
I'm kind of really getting all my experimental leanings out of Ash, as well as, I'm kind of getting everything satisfied by Ash at the minute, really. So, yeah, not really in a rush to do anything different.
Understandable. I appreciate it was a personal project, and I enjoyed it, but I totally understand.
Yeah, there was a reason I had to do it as a solo project, really, and but I enjoyed the experience of I only did like 5 or 6 shows of it, but it was great. It was a great experience doing it. Yeah,
I mean, certainly from the point of view of a listener, I do think it was worthwhile. Obviously, I can't talk for you,
thanks.
But it's a nice listen.
Cheers.
It's very moving.
Cool.
And
it's quite nice for me, as well, going out on tour and not having to play any Ash songs. I love playing Ash songs, but it's just very different for that reason.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. It must feel quite liberating, I guess. And and in I don't like saying this, but the songs on that record are unfortunately quite relatable for me.
Yes.
Which I'm not sure that. Yeah, I'm not sure that's very. I'm sure you know what I mean. There, it's not very nice.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's talk about happier things.
Okay.
That's quite depressing. I'm going to go to the exact polar opposite of that. Shaun the Sheep movie. So I was talking to Nick Hodgson a couple of weeks ago. And he wrote, obviously, Feels Like Summer for the Shaun the Sheep movie review. Do you have anything interesting to say about that? Because I really like the song. I know it's just like a kids' movie song, but it's a good song. I love album films
really
as well.
Like it. It's but I kind of I'm good friends with Nick and Ilan, who was like the composer for the score as well. And I think they were like a few songs into that. They'd attempted like that main track like 2 or 3 times. I think they were sort of just weren't quite getting it right, so they just asked me to come and help them out as well. And so I helped them finish like some of the lyrics, and then I sang the demo, and then without expecting to be on the film, and it just kind of stuck. I think they were kind of thinking of someone else to sing it, but it didn't happen. So yeah, it was kind of an awesome accident because I actually loved the movie. It was brilliant.
It's a really good film, isn't it? I love Aardman films so much, and I think I was talking to Nick, and I think he said it was one of his kind of career highlights being in an Aardman movie. It's such an honor, I imagine.
Definitely, yeah, and it was something I never thought I'd do. It was brilliant.
I know. It's a real bucket list for me. I want to be in an Aardman movie.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You're a big Arsenal fan, aren't you, Tim?
Yeah.
Obviously, big news, Wenger out. It's happened.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Wenger out?
I'm a bit gutted, but I guess I can kind of see it makes sense. I kind of would have liked to see him get another season because I'm the same kind of optimist that he is, really. But I think a lot of people's patience was, they were just not. He's not hitting the standards that he really had set for himself, unfortunately. So, it's a bit gutted. It's really an end of an era.
Yeah, it is a shame, I suppose. Yeah. I mean, I'm a Chelsea fan, so I don't really care. But
oh yeah. Maybe you would have liked him to stick around a season or 2 more.
Oh, man, I don't know. I'm just done with Chelsea right now. I don't know.
It's tough, yeah.
Anyway, so as I said earlier, you're back on tour in October.
Yeah.
Do you want to run through the dates and stuff if you have them to hand?
Oh yeah, we're I can't remember. Yeah, we're like Sheffield, London, Glasgow, Manchester. I'm probably leaving out a couple of brilliant, awesome cities. I think we're going to Bristol, so maybe you can see the Aardman people.
Oh, of course. Is there a Birmingham date, I think?
I think so, yeah. It's always, if there's not, I'll be mad because I always like to get the Midlands.
Absolutely. That's our local. We're in, we're called Warwick, but we're closer to Coventry, really. It sounds better.
Oh, yeah.
If you called it Coventry, nobody would come.
We played Cov a few times.
It's not the best place. I wouldn't want to go back there.
Right.
So, last thing, your new album, if there's one thing that we should expect from it, what would that be?
Awesome melodies, awesome tunes, I think cool lyrics. yeah. It's all about the melodies most of all.
Awesome, a nice kind of power pop classic record, which is that's what I love about Ash. So I'm really excited for it. Islands is out on 18th of May. Is that correct?
Yeah.
18th of May. Check it out. Ash on tour in October. Tim Wheeler, thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Oh, great to be here. Thanks so much.
Not a problem. Thank you. See you soon. Have a good day.
Cheers.